I'm gonna try to refrain from talking about how much I love this game throughout the entire video.
It might be hard.
Pretty difficult.
It took me so long to get the Conquest Fund.
Yeah, it's a little...
So, this is what happened when Rare gets confident.
Yeah. I do want to say out the gate, this... easily my favorite SNES game, and just one of my favorite games of all time. And it's like... it is still just kind of a platformer, you know? Like, there's nothing too crazy about it, but it's just the right kind of solid.
Yeah.
In just about every way. And easily my favorite SNES soundtrack, for sure. And we still have bonus games, but they're a little
But they're
more
actually different.
Yeah.
You know?
Although we start out with the hilariously easy one.
Here is how bonus works.
Follow rule, get token.
I mean, dude, they said press A. You didn't press A. We gave Rampy a charge, because...
Yeah, all the helpers have, like, action commands. And, we don't have, like, dumb ones like Espresso anymore. Also,
welcome to your first DK coin.
Oh, yeah. It's funny, there was a couple of stages I remember where, like, I just can never find the DK coin, so I'm actually like, oh hey, I'm gonna find out in this video. You know, like, I know I've like 100% of this game, but for some reason there's like one stage I just never remember it.
Yeah. Kind of weird that we start on the end of the previous game, sort of.
Yeah.
Like, they're not supposed to be, like, done back-to-back, but still, you end up starting on, like, K. Rool's ship.
It's interesting, yeah. I love that, of the 3 Donkey Kong Country games, one of them has a playable Donkey Kong.
Yeah! It was just like, fuck it.
In this game, he is kidnapped. I don't even remember, like, where that's established in this game.
Well, if you read that beautiful note that we read at the beginning of the game, that they even took the time to stand there so we could read it. I mean, seriously, duh. No appreciation.
It's one of those things, like, I'm so numb to. It's also kind of weird. It's like
you just go in there and, like, be in the banana horde and do the banana horde scene, and you wouldn't notice.
Well, actually, the thing about the note is there was that cheat code where you get, like, all of the bonus coins. Well, they got, like, 75 of them. And in order to do that, you have to jump over the note. You have to actually avoid reading it.
Let's just run off the cliff.
Bye. Not that we'll ever see them, but, like, it is interesting in this game they don't actually have, like, failure animations like they do in the first game. Like, the
makes it a little faster.
Yeah. And then there's just this.
Do you know how ropes work?
No. Yeah, like, as I mentioned before, like, the game has, like, doesn't have quite, like, the ambience or anything anymore.
No.
It's much more like kind of upbeat and kind of more typical 16-bit platformer, but again, it's just done very well.
Yeah.
You're not gonna talk to Cranky? He has slightly more interesting hints in this one.
He has hints, and then you can buy hints. And the buy hints actually tell you like things like, maybe there's a bonus here.
Yeah.
And not press A to jump. Here's a silly bonus.
Yeah. They get creative. So yeah, there's the, every level has at least, like, 2 of those coins you get from bonus rooms.
Yeah.
If I want to remember correctly. And then, there are the DK coins where there's 1 in every stage.
Yeah.
And, the bonus levels, actually, the coins are actually used for buying, like, secret world levels.
Yeah.
And if you beat all of those, you get the good ending. So, it's kind of collectathon-y, but it actually has a point. I love those guys where, if you jump on them, they just get angry and start moving even faster.
The invincibility power-up just like an exclamation mark on a barrel. Very kind of there.
Very Bubsy. The background is cool looking, you know? Just everything in this game pops. The sun is setting. That's great.
This background doesn't even use any of the rendering stuff they did for the other backgrounds. It's just kind of a sunset.
Yeah.
And the same, not the same kind of cloud, but you know.
Also Diddy raps.
Yes.
The precursor to the DK rap.
The precursor to being funky. The background here is just... I love that. Just it has a 3D look to it. Yeah, that part, it almost feels like the kind of stuff I'd see in Yoshi's Island with the Super FX chip.
Yeah.
And it's a very just detail, it's just kind of very unobtrusive at all.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, the wavy effect, which it's like kind of standard in 16-bit games, but yet it always looks pretty. It's like a very subtle but very neat effect. Is this one where the water, like the surface of the water, is also in 3D?
This level, I think maybe yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's got like an actual depth to it. Yeah. Alright, yeah, there's actually a point to keeping your animal buddies usually. It's weird seeing the first game again after playing this one so much, because like every innovation just like makes sense, and it just feels like a lot of the stuff should have been there from the beginning.
Exactly.
Also, we have Dixie. She can float.
Yeah, they're kind of a bold move, but it works.
So Diddy jumps higher?
He's a little faster, he jumps a little higher.
Okay.
And of course, he has the forward carry. Well, Dixie has the top carry, but otherwise,
Yeah.
we're not even going to visit any of the Kongs.
Oh.
This guy he fucking asks you trivia about the game from Extra Lives. He's a game show host.
I mean, to be fair, this stuff's kind of neat, but at some point we've seen it.
Yeah.
Maybe once, you know? But this game also has, actually, I guess, yeah, the first game had a save point. This game actually has a save that costs money, more than if you've, like, revisited it.
Yeah.
It's, like, free the first time you go there, and then it costs 2 coins every time afterwards.
Yeah. And then, of course, she also gives you tips, too, which... her tips are more oriented towards how to play the game.
Yeah.
Also, we got Rattly because we decided that having your high jumping partner be a frog was too logical. So how about a snake?
It's a springy snake. It's the animal buddies in this game are definitely like less of a bonus and more so like an actual like stage mechanic.
Yeah.
Especially later on where they're actually required.
Yeah, it's less Yoshi, more like here's a section of the stage meant for this.
And yeah, they're actually just designed to have like a few more moves basically to give them some depths. There was a bonus over there, unless we're gonna get to it the silly way.
Yeah, we could just drop down from here.
Fair enough. It took me a while to realize that music is the same music that plays in Swanky's bonus area, but like with just different instruments. So yeah, we have Cranky, Swanky, Wrinkly.
Yeah. And then Candy from we don't have anymore. Oh, I had no idea there was a 3-up back there.
This game still has a lot of weird hidden stuff, but usually it's not actually required.
Yeah, if you're gonna give me a random 3-up for poking in some random place, sure.
Oh yeah, Funky's still around.
Still providing his service of we didn't put a back button on our world to the world map. So here's Funky.
I think he also costs money if you go to him like more than once. Or maybe just he always costs money, I forget. They use their coins a lot in this game, basically.
Yeah.
And here's a boss. Make eggs, throw eggs.
It's a lot. There's a lot more to it, and it's more thought out than just here's a big boss that moves in a pattern.
Yeah.
And there's actually like a background.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's still pretty simple, but then again, it's
Dixie.
level 1.
Dixie, what?
She's teabagging. Let her be. And then, of course, we actually have strong world themes here. Like here, we have the lava world.
Yeah, yeah. And even like other stages that use different tile sets will still have something that kind of makes them fit in.
Yeah. Kind of a drastic redesign on the claptraps there.
Yeah, I always thought that was
Their
weird.
heads are way bigger.
I keep forgetting if those are actually technically different enemies or not, like if they have a different name.
I don't think in this one, no.
Oh yeah, the cannons. Kind of a key and door sort of thing for your bonus stage.
We had barrel cannons. How about cannons? But it fits the pirate thing.
Yeah.
Which is weird because the pirate thing was still his thing in the first game, just now he's more pirate.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, he's now Captain K. Rool. He's very piratey now, but he's like in an airship, and like it continues off from where the first game left off, which was a pirate ship. I don't know. It's weird. I do like in these games he just kept getting like theme changes.
Yeah. Here, of course, we have Squitter, which is probably my favorite animal buddy.
Yeah.
All the things you can do with him.
It's a lot of fun just like making platforms and going pretty much wherever you want. But you can also very easily screw it up.
Yeah, they find a lot of ways to make it hard too, even though you have so much freedom.
Yeah.
And they definitely cared enough to, like, they redid those the Kong letters.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, I think they work differently in this game between, like... Because I swear in, like, one game, if you die and then respawn the level, like, they won't... Like, you'll have the letters still, but in the other game you'll have to, like, recollect them. I forget which is which.
Yeah.
So...
I don't remember, because...
Also, there's a really easy glitch where if you leave Squitter right next to that sign but don't actually destroy him, it messes up pallets in the later level. Like there, it actually switches off like their instrument during their wind pose.
Oh, so going on the series obsession with mines.
Yeah.
Which they have some very vertical levels.
This is a weird thing. They just have like Kong-specific barrels.
Yeah, this is where they get in a lot experimental with, like, here's different kinds of barrels for our gimmick, you know?
Also love it. It screws up the palette. Yeah, this game gets a lot more gimmicky with the stages, but not... It would seem excessive if it weren't for 3.
Bye, Kay.
I do love all the pirate Kremlings. The peg leg guy. Unless I'm mistaken, I think peg leg guy is like the default enemy, like the most basic Kremling.
Yeah, I think so.
There's not like just a guy that walks around, it's just the guy that like he has one leg.
Yeah, he is a bit of a stutter to his walk, makes him a little unique.
Yeah. The Zingers came back, though.
Yeah.
They didn't reuse a lot of their enemies with that one.
Yeah. I guess there isn't really much you can do with it, because, like, you know, it's sort of like, you know, the Kirby has the Gordos, which are just these big spiky balls.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like, don't touch me. You gotta have something covered in a lot of spikes.
Which is interesting, because the third game actually does redesign that enemy. Something completely different, but it still functions the same.
Yeah. I kind of knew that, but I wasn't trying to not to get ahead of ourselves.
Right, yeah.
It's gotta happen.
Yeah. It's a lot of game to get through, to be fair. This level looks fucking amazing.
Yeah. They use this a lot, and they always use it for very vertical levels.
Yeah.
Which I guess, you know, the way they set up that background, but at the same time...
I think it might be just how their platforms work. They don't have a lot to,
Oh yeah, they don't actually have any, like, hills in this tile set or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's a very basic tile set, actually.
Oops. Yeah, God, like, platforming that guy's projectiles is the thing they use a couple of times. And...
I was going to say a lot more bouncing off of like stuff in general, but I think that's just because of the way the bonus games are now, that they're actually bonus games and they're not. There are bonus barrels to get into instead of having it to always be like through a passageway that you open up.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of like out of reach places.
A lot of some of the more basic things coming back. Like they have their own version of the flagpole.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, this guy,
And you can fight him, and he just kind of
oh yeah,
happens.
He just hits you and goes, "Get out of here!"
It's just.
I do like this is the stage where they kind of went back to the roots and made just a big tire level. For some reason, they just can't escape tires, but it's mostly restricted to this level, if I remember correctly.
I mean, they wanted to make these tough.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, this tile set is never used in the, I guess, base levels. It's only used in Lost World.
Yeah, it is the Lost World jungle.
They also mix up some of their Lost World levels, so not all just jungle.
Yeah.
And of course, since the bonus, you spend bonus coins to get here, they can't give you bonus coins in the bonus levels, so each one has one bonus level, and the reward is the DK coin.
Fucking wrestle that guy.
It's a great image. Destroy them all, or, the ones you can destroy, whatever. I do like, in the first game, whenever you swap partners, they're like, oh yeah, tag off. In this game, they like wrestle for first place. I think that also carries over to 3.
Yeah. Like, they're all just kids, so...
Yeah, we didn't really mention the team-up mechanic. It's a new thing as well.
Sort of a way to put more emphasis on having 2 Kongs other than just you have access to the other ability, which is only useful sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially if you're giving one of them flight powers.
Yeah.
Aw, we got a cog.
Aw.
And the rap and Dixie's thing, they all have different variants based on the instruments used in that level.
My favorite one is the lose, or I guess death sound.
Yeah, and the you lost a life sound also.
And that one is like themed entirely. Like it's the same notes, but it's completely changed for every single one. Not that you'll
Here
ever
we
hear
talk
them.
about one of the more abstract gimmicks in the game. Now the water's red, which I guess makes it lava, but you get a seal to spit in it.
Thanks,
seal.
This is the level I can never remember where the DK coin is. It's like relatively early, and for some reason I just cannot ever remember.
I remember always having trouble finding something early, and it's when I don't remember it being the DK coin, but it probably is.
I love the hoppy guy. His legs don't work right, so he just hops.
Probably right there, because that's actually kind of a mean fake wall to go through, even if they have a lot of fake walls.
Yeah.
I love when Engard just ends up on land and you just your way through.
I guess we'll see it later. His special ability is just like identical to Rambee's, just to charge up super fast mode that breaks walls. Those are your Koopas, I guess.
They're the armadillos. Only now they're bugs.
Yeah, but you can also pick them up.
Oh yeah.
I love everything in this game is hard-coded to go slowly when it's underwater. Oh. That was just kind of random. Oh boy.
Now it's time for balloon.
Yes. It's real scary because you'd think, you know, moving left or right, you'd go off of it, but no, you're just kind of stuck to it.
I don't have time for that K.
I've already given up on getting all the Kong letters, so... I don't know if this is different in the first game, but I know in this game if you like start the game up and boot up your save file, you start with a static amount of like lives and coins, as in like 0 coins and so many lives.
I think it's probably the same in 1 then. That's a very old game thing to do.
Yeah. Just funny.
Not fucking save your life count.
So you can get so many lives, but you know, you lose them all if you ever have to power down. And especially if you get a game over, then you start out at some point where you're like, especially like in the later game, where your level you're like stuck on, you have to beat it, and then have like get coins to save the game again. I feel like this game has a lot less like BS secret stuff. It's more like it just has a lot of stuff to do. So it didn't have to worry about
there's
getting rentals by making the game hard. It's just a lot.
Yeah. I think they're more confident. They've learned to use the bananas as indicators more. Like this is sort of the go-to when you point to like even like in the Mario series when you use coins to point things out. It started mostly heavily in here.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, with the whole like sign mechanic, there's a lot more places where it's a more an obvious challenge rather than a hidden idea. It's like, you know, get the animal buddy to this sign.
Oh,
like pretty much every time they have an animal buddy, they gotta have a sign to do something with it.
I know what I'm doing. I do like the different ways they hold the barrels is like I wouldn't say one is better or worse, it's just both situational.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something they kept through all 3 games. And all the character changes is that one holds it in front and one holds it in up top because it worked.
Yeah. So it always feels like even if one may be like considerably stronger than the other because of their abilities, like there still is like a decent reason to switch to either or depending.
Yeah.
This fucking song's a bop. Diddy, what are you doing?
He's trying his hardest.
I guess they don't stand in place anymore, but it was just like, I'm floating and walking in midair. That's a very inappropriate game.
I'm glad you went there, because I was considering going there and like, no.
You were too good for that.
I thought you would think I was too good. I thought you were the one who was going to give me shit for that.
Don't worry, I got your back. Grab the coin. Like, you really do have to find it.
Yeah, it's kind of this particular, like, mini game where you have, like, all these... This is the second time we've seen it. I have a feeling there's more of them.
I think there's a couple more. I don't think they reuse it that often. Might be wrong, but we're here to find out.
The Eskimo guys with, like, hooked boomerang.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like a big captain's coat, but yeah, it does look kind of odd.
They sort of set their first big barrel cannon level in a vertical level, so you can't, like, fuck up and die.
Yeah.
Although you may very well hit something on the way down.
It's really funny to, like, lose in this level.
Oh,
like
yeah, and so when you get knocked off a ledge and you go, like, down 30 feet.
Yeah. That one felt very classic DK.
Yeah.
Here he is. I don't think he actually has a special ability, but he's fairly unique anyway.
Yeah. Here's his shaft.
I remember this one yet. He's not gonna even attack them, I guess. I mean, Rare loves their birds that spit out eggs.
What? They're like coconuts, maybe? I guess they're eggs. I always saw them as coconuts, though, because the weird spotting, red spotting, I always saw that as, like, texture or something.
I think the shape is very egg-like.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's weird because, like, why would it be either?
I love the DK coin with the big check mark on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot the fucking floor!
I think it's a good idea on a vertical stage, but you might want to, like, move or something. Take the banana, whatever. And then this boss. There's something very KI about this.
I think you're just looking at that skull.
Yeah. And the fact that it's all just CG. And I guess Cinder is wielding it.
Cinder needs some help. Can you give me some help here? Maybe I should let go of this sword, but...
Grab the sword and pull me out, I need help. Also, like, at the beginning of all the bosses, they play a little animation where they're, like, scared of the boss. And I remember seeing something like that in Cuphead, and it's like, oh yeah, that's, it might be, like, a DK reference, and then other people's like, no, they also did that in Battletoads. It's like, oh yeah! Rare kinda likes that one.
There's not much of a point to all those hooks.
No.
And then this death animation.
It was full of lava.
That's how it flies, you see.
Ah, of course.
Here we are at Creme Quay.
That's not alliteration.
Yep, and here's our first big new barrel type, the manual rotation barrel.
The number meaning the time that you have to be in it. And then there are ghosts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, pirate ghosts are kind of a big thing.
No, fair enough, yeah. I got all these Kremlings and made them pirates. Some of them had to die.
I mean, Bowser has all those dry bones.
That's fair, yeah. Alright.
Even with this arrow, this one's a little tricky to figure out.
Yeah.
That feels a lot more like an honest mistake. Kind of a weird bonus there.
I was like, wait, is there more? No? Okay. It's a very interesting use of those barrels.
Yeah.
They don't actually have the barrels in the original, do they? Where, like, they just have a sign that says, like, oh, whenever you enter this barrel, it'll automatically boot you out? Whereas...
no, they didn't have the arrow barrels, no. They just had regular barrels and the explosion mark barrels, which means you, they would go automatically, but you didn't get a direction.
Right, I just mean, like, in this game, they don't have something that actually turns like that. It actually just has just the arrow one, so you know where it's going to launch you.
I want to say there's still explosion mark barrels. I think they're more, like, used for, like, chains, barrel chains and stuff, where you don't really care which direction you're going anyway.
I guess we'll see.
Because you're just going to be... You hit the barrel, and then you go through a bunch of barrels to the next section.
I think they're still in the game, but they're not marked. They're just like, they just look regular because they're just automatic anyway.
So here we have a gimmick stage where before you reach the gimmick, you can get a bonus stage entirely in the dark.
It's also kind of a familiar gimmick.
Just to prove that you don't need the gimmick.
Yeah. No, we don't need the victory music either.
Nope.
Oh right, yeah, this one's just full of weird, like, secret areas.
Yeah.
Pretty sure there's a 1 and 2, like, over there somewhere. Ugh. I'm going to die, Diddy. So yeah.
Get ready for your eyes.
Ow. Ow. Squawks grew up, so they had to replace him with the fish.
Well, no, Squawks can't swim. That's the thing.
Ah, of course. So...
Of course, since we're swimming, that means a lot more vertical shafts and turning around. We're not going just from left to right.
I do like how... I didn't really think about this. The first game had like 2 levels that were light-based. But they had two different ways of tackling it. It's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, making things dark is really basic SNES stuff.
Yeah.
The pufferfish that just kind of explode.
Yeah.
That's what pufferfish do, right?
Apparently starfish are very good at flying around. The secrets in this level are kind of annoying because this whole level's pretty maze-like.
And all the secrets are just, here's another maze.
Yeah. Didn't realize it.
Want something interesting to do in a water level? Fuck you. We have mazes.
They kind of don't have anything else for water levels, do they? Aside from just, I guess, on
Getting
guard.
you guard, yeah. But we already have an animal sprite on screen.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that guy. He, like, slowly goes upwards into that little shaft so you can't get the coin anymore. Also, the first appearance of that theme and that enemy, and I don't think we're going to see them both for a little while now. Oh, no, that theme comes back at the end of this world. Swamp's like a pretty good ambient track.
Yeah. I like the, I love the, like, tiny-ass Kremling with, like, two big-ass swords, and where you have to, like... Where he, like, you have to bait him into, like, getting them stuck in the ground.
Yeah. Of course, the problem with him is he has a pretty wonky hitbox. Oh, yeah, you're right. Shit. There's the explosion barrel. I am wrong.
Yeah, in that case, it's, like, diagonally upright.
Yeah.
Like, not like, straight north-right, but, like...
Yeah, it's an odd angle.
30-degree angle or something.
Like, yeah, level gimmick here is just like ropes, but they're thematically these little cattail things.
Well, it's just those crockheads, too.
Oh, yeah.
Going in and out of the water.
Also, no spiders.
Yes, that's the thing where sometimes you end up with a bonus level, like a thing where you're like, where's the spider? Oh, he's in a bonus level somewhere.
And then, yeah, they don't have a way to get rid of him out of the bonus, so you immediately lose him here. Also remember that one, if you leave the spider there, that coin becomes like all psychedelic. Weird bug. I love the sliding guys and the noise they make.
They're so happy. I use that noise in a YTP. Ugh. At this point, they can just put anything on a barrel, and that explains it.
Everything is barrel-powered in this universe. And...
At some point, you just stop giving a shit.
Yeah. It's gonna be like the gimmick, but then, oh wait, no. Bonus. Here's an extension of the very first bonus. Okay. So yeah, now we're just the snake.
Yeah. They kind of developed the buddies enough where you want a stage like entirely based after them, and if you lose them, you're just kind of fucked. So you just kind of become them instead.
Yeah. Like they remix their own first level theme for this.
Remix. No, they remixed their boss theme for this.
It's kind of both.
Yeah. I only need half the bees.
I do like how their tile sets are like they're different enough, but yet similar enough to where you can jump from tile to tile and have it like make logical sense. Somewhat logical.
Yeah.
I'm just jamming out to this music whenever I'm not saying anything.
Don't bother me.
Right, of course, Snake's got a charged jump. See, this is fairly covered ground, but, you know, it still feels more different than everything in DQC1.
Yeah. It's like, here's your basic, Snake Coily is his name, right?
Radley.
Radley, oh, okay, yeah. Here's your basic Radley stage.
Coily. Good old Coily.
I think those are the ones from Cubert.
Oh. Just got the cage.
Alright, we got kilograms.
That guy did not expect that. I've got the high ground, Anakin. Oh, shit. He becomes very friendly once you pay him.
It's business, man.
Yeah, this is the first time we see this tile set, which is kind of out of nowhere.
Used more than in DKC1.
Yeah. I was gonna try to pick a favorite tune from this game, but I can't.
Oh yeah, this guy who knocks bananas out of you.
Yeah. The color determines what they do. There's another one coming later, and I don't want to spoil it.
There he is.
Yeah. I don't know if we'll see it, but
He knocks lives out of you.
he just instantly kills you a little. I mean, you can get them back, but managed to avoid that. But yeah, because they're balloons, they like float away, so you don't grab them immediately, they're just gone. And this level being kind of nasty, too. I mean, it's a Lost World level, but it's also just a lot of sliding around with these bees.
There's a lot of vertical levels in this game.
Yeah. I was gonna say it had something to do with complementing Dixie's ability, but I'm not really sure that.
Yeah, I'm not really sure that's true.
they have vertical levels in the first game? I don't think they did.
I think they did a little. I mean, the ice level had verticality to it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It wasn't strictly vertical, but yeah, definitely. Not much, though.
Yeah.
So it feels like they just kind of had, like, I don't know if we'll say a new technology, but it's something they just kind of figured, like, oh, hey.
They just decided to explore more of to get more mileage.
Yeah.
Because they definitely could do it.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I do miss them having their own little houses in the overworld for the Kongs, though.
Yeah.
Like,
so this stage has, that guy down there. If you touch that water, he is going to kill you.
he has Boss Bass.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, he doesn't jump out, which is,
Yeah.
God, I can't even imagine. I like this very peaceful music for what is kind of a scary stage.
Yeah.
Just waiting for that invincibility to wear out.
I gotta get him someday.
Oh, jeez.
Are you just not using Dixie for this to show off?
I'm about to say, this looks way more annoying without Dixie. I mean, if you can do it, power to you, I guess.
Which reminds me, this game has, like, it has the two-player alternating mode, like other Mario games, only, like, the earlier ones where you didn't interact on the map any or anything, or even, like, play the same game.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You were basically just taking turns automatically. And then it has the cooperative mode where it's not really co-op, it's just like whenever you tag out, you also change players or get hit.
Yeah, but I mean, kind of is what it is. There's really a lot you can do there.
Yeah, but it kept around all three games.
Yeah.
Even the contest mode, which is kind of just...
You're just taking turns playing the game. I like how it gave them different palettes, though.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if they did that in any game besides 3.
The palettes they did in all the games, I think. Because I think in the first game they had yellow palettes to replace the red. And in this game they had they're like blue and purple, I think, for Diddy and Dixie respectively. I actually couldn't tell you what they are in 3. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Rape party!
He's got an audience of 1. Not even Dixie wants to listen to him rap. Oh yeah, and then I hear people like this one a lot.
Just a little.
I feel like this one's a little too, this like background's a little too sunny to fit in with the rest of this world, but hey.
Yeah.
It's an interesting tile set because there's not a lot of like floor in it.
Yeah.
Like ever.
For stages like these, which are just kind of barrel cannon purity stages, for lack of a better word. Just like no ground.
Yeah, like I'm not sure this level is anywhere between like after the start.
Meanwhile, the giant maze.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's my favorite level gimmick, but it's hardly offensive.
I don't like the maze part. I mean, I didn't really feel like it was that bad playing it, but like it's kind of looking at it right now. It's like, yeah, that's kind of a dumb mechanic.
Yeah.
Oh boy, an invisible maze. That's like almost always the worst thing ever.
Yeah, because you don't know where the barrels are going to actually like allow you to go until you're in one, and you're like, oh, this one's actually like the backwards one. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a hint: don't shoot into the bee.
Those are the nasty ones, like the 8-way ones. The smooth movement, it's like, ugh.
They put that ground in just for that one guy. Some odd choices in this.
Better skip that barrel. That one.
And here's Squawks.
So, I don't know if we'll see it here. If Squawks is in this area, like this tile set, and he just, like, drops down, like, you won't take damage. Like, he has to be the one that actually touches the thorns with the enemies.
Yeah.
But, like, if, like, you still have a hitbox, so you'll be bouncing on the thorns, and it'll never touch them, but you'll never take damage. It's very odd.
Just kind of floats into that from below the ground. Yeah, this level would be a lot more scary if, like, you could take damage from below.
Yeah. It's like the most mundane Brambles level ever, even if it's a small bonus stage. I was expecting to get a barrel from that single banana. And then there's this guy.
I'm big.
I'm a recolor of the other guy, but don't ask.
We designed this guy and then we were like, maybe he should be a boss, I don't know. Thanks for the TNT.
The kind of annoying learning curve there is if he drops down next to you while you're holding the TNT, he just breaks it instantly. So you have to realize, like, oh, you have to stand away from him first. They could also knock it out of your hands if he hits the ground while you're holding it. In case it wasn't obvious, pretty much anytime he jumps, he'll stun you as soon as he hits the ground.
Yeah.
The ground shake.
This phase where he gets a little more active.
I love the one swing he does with this club.
I know!
He's just like, don't stand right next to me, even though you already have to not stand right next to me.
This is not a great boss.
I mean, it's still an improvement over the first game, but...
Yeah. I do like that splash, though.
Yeah. And then they just build a carnival, I guess. Outside of a giant beehive.
Yeah.
I mean, I love this tile set, but it, like... Yeah, I guess I never really thought about it. This is basically a tile set designed around the zingers?
Sort of. And the wall clinging.
Yeah, yeah. I just mean, like, the idea of it being just a big beehive, like...
Yeah.
It's kind of essentially themed after one of their enemies, but not even the main enemy type.
Probably one of their most used enemies, though.
Yeah, true. Oh yeah, secrets on secrets.
Not secrets in secrets. We're done with that.
Yeah, never doing that again. That was a mistake. I forget. I might be misremembering this, but I think if you're doing the team-up thing and you're like on the other's shoulders, you don't get stuck in the honey.
Something like that.
Kind of weird. Also, I guess there's porcupines in the beehive, whatever.
They're like, we're spiky too.
Practically cousins. Yeah, it's like hard to kind of describe, but Squitter is just like a lot of fun to control in this game.
There's just a lot you can do with him.
Yeah.
You make your own solution to everything.
Yeah, it's like you're building your own path, essentially. There's something just very satisfying about that.
I forget, does he... Does he not have the upward and downward projectiles, at least on his webs in this game? Like the ones that open up? Is that something they only added in 3?
You can shoot them upwards, but they're like very slight angles. Up and down.
Got some night.
I love all the shoes it has on.
It's the detail that kind of just makes it, the design.
Ugh, hi.
This is a very interesting level because it's built for both two very different kinds of movement.
Yeah. The beehive stages tend to also be very, like, they switch off between vertical and horizontal.
Yeah, because, I mean, they have the wall cling in it. They also have the floor honey.
Yeah.
And there's, you know, there's the inside and there's a few levels outside. This world specifically has 2
Yeah, it's a weird world.
Minecarts are passe. How about roller coasters?
Yeah, so, if you didn't like Minecart Madness, well, these levels are better. They also have a hell of a tune for them.
Yeah.
Never really appreciated how much the, like the fireworks in the background, how neat they are. Just add a lot of...
There, you can slam the door on yourself.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Gotta avoid the mexes.
And here's a very random bonus.
It's not like they had struggled to come up with, roller coaster bonus levels, because they do have them.
But it's darker, because it's night.
Sure. So good. And then, oh, good, there it is. So they upgraded their Kremling who rides a cart. He now can throw barrels. It's funny where this one has like a timer on it. I mean, I guess they're hard coded to have timers, but like it's not like you could do that one much slower. Also, the coasters are just skulls, which I guess is...
Yeah, Funland.
Yeah.
Piratey.
Yeah. It's kind of weird the music restarts there. I don't think there was any reason for it to.
So I guess the stage is kind of established as being above here, though, so... A little less random that there was suddenly...
It just feels like the explanation comes a bit late.
Yeah.
Quickly, there was like a bonus in this area for this stage that I could never find as a kid. Remember, like I actually went to Cranky. I'm like, help!
Cranky, help me!
I remember his advice. I'm pretty sure the advice he gave was for another secret I already found. So I'm like, damn it!
Yeah.
You have to destroy and collect stars.
Destroy and replace.
I think you're just mugging all the zingers. Oh, by the way, Squawks.
Just kind of plop you right there.
Is this person gonna play it like they can't touch the bottom of the,
Yeah! I've been noticing that.
Like, I sit there and talk about that because that's something I did all the time because it makes things pretty easy. It's like, oh, I'm gonna pretend that there's a challenge there. Add some suspense. If you paint a bee red, then it's immune to basically anything.
Yeah. That's what Africanized honeybees are. They're red.
Ah.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it shows you that banana there, so you're like, I'm trying to justify it, it really is kind of stupid. It's like, yeah, there's hints, but there's also, like, you're like, where's the hitbox in these things?
There's hints, but there's also death.
Yeah.
You did this all the time in the water box levels, but no, the boxes didn't kill you.
B formation.
Activate the bee swarm.
Alright, men, just fly straight forward. Like, kind of spaced out, you know?
Summon the vultures!
I do like, yeah, like, that's a returning enemy type, but it functions entirely differently now.
Yeah. They have a bandana now. G.
G. That's Diddy, he's a G.
Yes.
I don't know if you can make that with Diddy. Also, it really does say destroy them all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have to, you have to team jump to get up there anyway, so...
Yeah, oh, fair enough, yeah. I also like how that one wasn't really destroy them all, it was just destroy as many as you can.
Oh, yeah.
That.
The,
That's a thing I didn't know about for a while.
kind of silly, because you needed to win the race and get, like, the stuff, but also... You're now doing the whole stage in double the speed.
Yeah. So I don't think you actually have to win the race to beat the level, but you do need it to,
Yeah, like, when you kill the guy in first place, he has the DK coin, I think.
Yeah.
That's the whole race bit.
Fortunately, these guys don't throw barrels at you, because that'd be pretty damn annoying. I thought you might slow down if you, like, run into them, but no. Maintaining that speed. I love the effort to get all of the, hit the targets correctly,
Yeah.
but not actually care what you get.
Yeah! KI here.
Oh, nice.
Killer Instinct is right there at that booth.
It's funny, because I didn't realize until, like, today when I was looking at the cutting room floor, like, oh yeah, there is a Killer Instinct machine in Cranky's room. There's also like a Chief Thunder poster, which we will see, but it's gonna be like way later.
Yeah. And then we have blue hedgehogs.
Yeah, I don't know what they are. Because if I remember correctly, their enemy name is Cato Ninetails.
Oh yeah.
But they look like dogs. Like the big floppy jowls, I think. It's a weird enemy. Again, I don't know if we're gonna see it, but if they, I think if you jump on them, then, like, they fling you around. I know they can just straight up hit you, but I don't know exactly how it works. Also on the subject of things I always look at wrong. Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, you have to use it here. Get those bananas.
I'm looking at those, neckies, and I realize, yeah, those are bandanas. I just always thought they had weird-looking heads. To be honest, as a kid, I thought they had, like, their brain exposed. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I realized pretty quickly that's not actually what it was, but I'm still like, what is going on there?
Zombies!
I was just like, what is wrong with it? Alright, so they got that guy pretty far off screen firing these things.
And he will remain so.
Bye! Yeah.
Oh yeah, every once in a while, the DK coin is on the damn roulette.
I forgot you have to do the barrels to get it here, too.
Which means timing it is kind of fun.
Yeah. That's the worst place to put one of those, by the way. Because if you fail it, you have to play the entire level all over again. If you're, you know.
Yeah.
I love his mood whiplash. It's like, don't you dare touch my shit. Oh, coins? Yeah, right. Right on, I'll polish it up for you.
This is sort of their spotlight level, so they just have green ones that don't even do anything when they hit you.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of combined with the rotation barrels.
They also use those, like, yeah, Kong-specific barrels along the stage, if I remember correctly. It's very barrel-centric, I guess.
Oh yeah, and the ones that just fucking blow you up.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
And they turn into the T backwards NT barrels for a little bit. Wait, are they backwards when they're facing left, which is like their most common state?
I mean, their crumblings are dumb. I don't know why I really want them to have a barrel that just says maximum written on it.
That one's just kind of there.
Alright, that was mine. Oh, okay. Alright, yeah. Chain invincibility. Oh, I'm pretty sure you can get up there with just the team attack, too.
Yeah.
Which is probably what I actually did. Call me crazy with a K. And then this level where, it's named after something you're not going to see for half of it. I remember having a lot of trouble with this one, like, before, just this first half. I think it's, yeah, stuff like that where you have to, like, you're stuck to the wall, but you have to position yourself so you don't get hit by the bees that are moving back and forth.
Yeah. Sometimes Dixie's just in her freefall animation when clinging, which normally isn't noticeable except for her ponytail sticking straight up.
Yeah. It's because they're admiring that, like, foreground effect with the honey dripping down. It's like it takes advantage of a lot of different things. It's transparent. It's got, like, that kind of wave effect to it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this. Like that implies that room is fucking tiny. But yeah, if you go get Rambi first, you'll see that coin there, and you'll be like, I can't jump up there. Also, Rambi can just, like, bounce off things.
Then suddenly, ah!
Here's a track they'll use exactly once.
Probably to let you know you're being chased, given that...
It's pretty easy to run that guy, yeah. Oh, hey. Ah. Did we even, like, see him at all?
Nah.
Well, if you don't know, it's just a big-ass bee who is, in fact, the next boss.
You did it. You got...
on the periodic table, that is. So they actually kind of reused the boss, but in a very different way.
Yeah.
Actually got an animal buddy boss. I think this might be the only one.
Yeah, I think so. Not in the series, though.
Oh, yeah, that's right, I was always confused what that little jingle is that plays every time it shoots spikes out.
It's just a weird sound effect.
Like, I think that happens whenever the... Or no, actually, no, I think it's unique here.
Oh no, you have seen my my true form. Bees.
I'm gonna get you! Oh, God. Oh, yeah. This world
For
is
the
cool.
Oh, this music.
This might be my favorite. It's hard to say, but...
Yeah.
Also, this theme is, pretty interesting. I mean, this gimmick, with the ghost ropes. Actually, oh yeah, the lighting. Little, like, rays of light coming from the trees.
Yeah.
That one's pretty nasty. I'm having a hard time finding
Yeah.
that one. I think that might have been the very last one I found whenever I, 100%ed this game.
The DK coins tend to be a lot nastier.
Yeah.
I love that there's a chest inside a chest inside a chest.
I don't know if,
Something to do in Terraria.
I don't know if they were trying to imply that, like, you're just, like, breaking it open very slowly, but... No, it's just a chest inside of a chest. It's a Russian doll, but...
They make skid noises when they turn around. It's great.
Yeah, just good-ass sound design. I love these ghost ropes have just little ghost sounds. It's cute.
Woot, 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 woot.
Oh,
No,
she's...
playing a little dangerously there.
I'm pretty sure there's a Kong letter in the middle of that circle, but... It's interesting, like, they have... It's like climbing on stuff as a mechanic, so let's just interpret that as many ways as we can.
Yeah.
Giant cattails and ghost ropes. Here's a theme that is used once. Which is funny because
It's a very specific thing.
Yeah. Like, it's just another roller coaster level, but... It's a stage that's got its own music, its own background. Tile set, I think, is kind of the same, but...
Yeah.
Also, secrets on top of secrets.
Find the token. Oh, there it is.
I found it.
Oh, I have to go get it. Well, let me get this plus barrel, which obviously means backwards.
That's a great bonus, jeez. And then... okay.
It was kind of neat, though. They send you back so that you go flying back out of the bonus.
Yeah. Smart group, you don't have to get all of these. There's a...
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
So yeah, if you've got different variations of ghosts that will kill you based on a timer. I don't know what's stopping them, but...
They must respect the plus. It's like how vampires can't come inside unless they're invited.
Ah. I do like they're even themed a little bit, whereas like the green one, it's all pluses. I think, yeah, this is the one that's it's all minuses. And then here's a secret, and I hate it, and fuck it. That jump is really awkward. Mostly because I think I remember failing this bonus game a couple of times.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty fast.
Yeah. Because those are essentially blind jumps, so... And this guy... Oh yeah, these are the ones that... They have a lot of them, like, back-to-back. Right there, whatever. Didn't have a lot of ground to walk on, so... Oh, this one. Probably had to sacrifice some of their, like, little, like, light beams for this foreground effect. But...
Yeah.
This one would be a little unnerving at first, because the wind effect is basically determined, like, where you are in the level.
Yeah.
I'm not getting the A button, whatever. I don't need that shit. Oh, Jesus.
We finally figured out how to load these things with cannonballs.
God, I'm trying to remember what it was now. There was like a relatively recent discovery where the animation on those sword guys can like cause the level to skip if you do something very specific during it.
Yeah.
Video games are wild.
I think it was a full-on credits warp.
game's got some wild glitches, and we haven't even touched upon my favorite one yet, but... Nice.
Two.
God, I think you're supposed to wait till the wind dies down before you do that, but,
This is a scary level to do fast.
yeah. There's a bee.
We're not done with this yet.
That one's just right there. So this guy cannot, not fire eggs. Whatever. Can't really flap or do anything aside from move left and right.
He skipped wing day.
Come to think of it, that, the level title is kind of a pun based on the fact that this basically just functions like a living parachute.
Yeah. I fucking love the speedruns where you just fucking skip the parrot and just fall, like no Dixie twirl, just fall straight down through all that crap.
I think I did that sometimes with Dixie. It's just for fun, but, it wasn't quite that brave. It didn't do it there, but it usually makes like a noise where it drops you, which is just the firing sound. Oh hey, here's an actual Squawks.
None of those weird fake clones.
Don't think they actually have a name for those. I think they're technically just Squawks, but purple.
Yeah, he just coughs before he lets go of you.
Okay.
Then when he lets go of you, a peg leg lands on the ground.
Oh yeah. Destroy them all. Oh, hi, Squawks.
What a surprise. This has the no squawk sign. Oh, okay.
They've done it a couple of times before. It's weird how they choose to do it inside and outside the bonus stages. Just, I guess it's outside sometimes to give you like a hint that you missed something.
Oh, I think a lot of time it's outside because if you fail the bonus stage, you don't actually hit that if it's inside the bonus stage. You don't actually get to the bonus part of the bonus. Whoops.
I guess I should specify if the Kongs touch the bees, they do in fact take damage. It's not like the weird brambles thing. We've got a fairly tall hitbox in this stage. Having a little trouble with this one as a kid, but
Yeah, it can be kind of tricky.
I feel like this game is like challenging, but it was never like too hard. Like they never pulled off any bullshit on you.
Yeah. What's this banana? It helps me get this banana.
Come back Practical Club, I guess. I actually don't know if we have enough coins yet.
Yeah. We didn't in the first stage. This one's kind of infamous for being terribly hard.
I don't know if I'd call this stage hard, but it is really, really long. I know the DK coin is probably pretty infamous, because I sure am pretty mad about it.
Yeah, I think I may have... This may have been, like, one of the last DK coins.
Because it's a pretty neat stage, considering, like, just playing this Squitter is just, like, a lot of fun, but... It is brutally long. It's one of the most buoyant songs in the game, and it's for a haunted forest.
Yeah.
So it's like the, those webs have, yeah, there's a limit where, we have more than 2 out. I think the earliest one that you spin out is,
Yeah.
retracted.
Yeah.
Unless, like...
They also...
It depends on, like, which one you last jumped on as well, so, like... I've been in situations where, like, I'll make a new platform mid-jump, and then the one I was jumping to starts to disintegrate because I hadn't jumped on it yet. It's like weird stuff like that, where it's like, if you're not careful, you can kind of screw yourself over. And yeah, you can kinda just make a platform underneath wherever you are if you shoot down, and then, like, activate it quick enough, but, that's a pretty tricky thing to do, and, not worth the risk. And then there's that.
I just love the, this tile set, the, everything is out to kill you tile set.
Yeah. Like, you could have put a pit there to fall in, but no. I'm gonna put some more brambles, so, you really gotta be careful about your movement.
Yeah, like there, that web disappeared.
Yep. It's one of those things, it might not feel like a long level based on, like, how this person's playing it, but...
It can be kind of slow to move around if you're being careful.
Yeah, definitely. It's fun to mess with, but it's not like a very speedy character.
Just low profile that.
Yeah. So...
Oh yeah, the split second DK. Okay, this
Yeah.
one I had trouble finding because it's obvious. It's just
yeah.
punishing.
Yeah, again, if you fail that, then you have to re-beat the entire stage. because once you've, you know, hit that target, you lose your checkpoint. Alright, yeah, Funky Flights is called Funky Flights 2. Or the second, I guess.
Personal.
These are new, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Free control
I don't know if
barrels.
they appear outside of this stage, but...
I want to say there's a jungle level that has one, but this is definitely like this game, this stage's gimmick. Worth mentioning, you still have a hitbox while you're inside the barrel, so
Yeah.
you're not just avoiding shooting into them. You can't touch them either. Wall of bees.
Yeah, fuck that, Ed. You get in this barrel with the it pointed backwards, and you're just waiting to see what you have to do with it at the end.
That bee's just in the lava. It's like, whatever. I can deal with that. I'm not really sure how much the first game uses the whole, like, roll off the ledge double jump thing, but this game definitely puts some emphasis on it. Maybe emphasis isn't the right word, but...
This is kind of a silly bonus.
Yeah. I like it's in brambles entirely because just it wouldn't make sense in any other tile set. Yeah, this is directly above the volcano, I guess. Man, that one's much higher pitch.
The volcano is filled with helium.
Yes. That's why it's hot air.
He's back, and now he's a ghost!
I forget you can actually kill those guys. Like,
The ghost ones?
yeah. I like how he recruits some of the living ones entirely to, like, despite the fact they spawn barrels.
Yeah, this is what the living do.
Someone's got, like, an interesting sort of progression to it, where kind of doing these dodging mini-games in between the onslaught.
Timing set.
Also, eggs just flying sideways, whatever.
Ghost power!
I like how there's so many things that change. Like, so many small little details between waves there.
Dixie, once was enough. He's dead again.
We killed his ghost somehow. Yeah, so this is the castle area, but this one has the most ice levels. I haven't seen a lot of On Guard in this game so far, have we?
Too much. There hasn't been any traditional all underwater stages. They all have this water level mechanic.
Yeah. It was a light one, but
Oh yeah, the light one, yeah.
I do kind of just love whenever you, like, kill enemies with the animal buddies, they just go flying. Although I feel like they kind of ran out of ideas on how to represent having, you know, the Kong as when you're transformed, so it's an icon.
Okay. Guess I'm not getting that.
Remember that one being pretty fickle for whatever reason. Silly. Yeah, Dixie can just kind of do neat things like that. So I guess we have to go back to go to the next world to get all the coins necessary to get the last bonus level, huh?
Yeah.
So we had wind blowing left and right, now we have wind going up. This level is kind of annoying.
Do these sprites ever get used anywhere else, or are they just for this level?
Pretty sure they're for this level only. Which is, yeah, kind of wild to think about.
What a silly bonus.
I mean, you use the wind to get up there, I guess, so whatever.
Look at all those things that are not worth it.
There are just certain levels I look at and remember, I'm pretty sure I played this a lot as a kid because I had trouble with it, and this one definitely sticks out.
Yeah. You get that one up and you have to do so much shit to get back out.
Yeah. That's definitely one where you probably have to, like, see it after you've already failed the chance to get it.
Yeah.
And then you go all the way back to the stage. What I'm saying is I hate this game. It's terrible.
Most terrible game on the SNES.
Yeah, yeah. Worst soundtrack, too, all of a sudden. The visual animation of him tapping his foot as he's waiting for his hook to come back. Any day now. Oh. Brambles! Really gave up on the wind idea for bonuses.
Yeah. They just like, here's some stars. Fly. Have at it.
Ain't nobody getting this bonus while I'm here. So, this level. The first use of the castle tile set. And the home of my favorite glitch. Which is...
oops?
Yeah, the easiest thing in the world to do. So, this DK barrel right here, if you drop it while sitting next to any of the walls, I think, and then just pick it up again, like, quickly, it'll break, you'll hold nothing, and then whenever you attempt to throw it, the game will just, like, what is it? It, like, reads random-ass memory?
You're holding a null pointer as an object, and so when you throw it, you threw a null pointer, and you end up, like, reading random-ass memory, yeah.
So, like, you can cause an enemy from around you to just spawn in your hands, and then you throw them, and give them, like, insane speed. You could spawn a goalpost. You could do all sorts of weird stuff. It's ridiculous. I think one of my favorite ones is, like, I think there was an enemy, if you, like, throw it near them, like, it doesn't move them, but they suddenly just gain a whole bunch of speed for no reason. But, like, it's what is it, like, it's a permanent speed boost, so, like, when they're turning around, they're, like, halfway through their walk cycle before they've gone through the turn around animation. So it's not like they get, like, a speed boost, they actually have, like, a modified value.
For their animation time.
Yeah. They're just permanently modified by that glitch. It's weird. Also interesting is, Rambi here is optional as a, like, you can turn into him, which makes this level easier, but it's completely, like, I'd say a secret, I guess.
He's a power-up.
Yeah. This level also using a lot the fact that the porcupine can't be jumped on and the claptraps can't be rolled into. And so they, like, keep mixing them up and throwing them at you.
Yeah, the porcupines are basically reverse claptraps.
Yeah.
Speaking of claptraps, so apparently the claptraps decide whether or not you've hit their front by which way you're facing as you roll into them. So speed tech is that you can roll through them by, like, pressing the opposite direction just as you hit them. And my favorite part is that the person who discovered that called that the Just Defend. And very happy that that caught on as the name.
Oh my god, that's great. I guess I didn't know that. I thought it was just like you literally can't roll into them.
No, you can roll into them from the back.
Weird.
Because that's not where their jaws are. But of course, it doesn't actually check to see whether or not you hit the back or front of the sprite. It just uses the direction you're facing as a cheat sheet.
A lot of auto-scrollers in this game, but they did manage to put one in.
Yeah. This series doesn't do like auto scrollers where there's just like the wall, the screen edge is moving.
Yeah.
There has to be like something in the level doing the auto scrolling.
They usually have something chasing you. It's like 1 and 3 both have a level like that. I love the bees just die when they touch the floor. They're like, oh shit. So yeah, that enemy just has a random recolor version.
Yeah.
Which I guess a lot of enemies in DKC2 do, but... Actually, I guess less so in this game than the first.
I wonder if that is like a legit recolor, or that's like, this palette doesn't have blue, so now he's red.
I don't know, maybe.
And there they just have both of them.
They can't jump on you and they can't roll into me. We're an unstoppable team. Oh shit, they can jump.
Jumping, my one weakness. I like how you can see DK Isle in the background there.
Yeah, the fact that, like, if you do the rolling attack into an enemy, you, like, gain speed.
Oh, yeah.
So that if you chain them together, you just go lightning fast.
Seals are magic.
Yeah, so,
Well, I guess it's the same thing. Now it's making it colder. It's just the water was already kind of cold to begin with.
It's like, is there any form of logic behind that, or is it just... they just came up with something random for seals to do? It's like someone's gonna be like, oh, by the way, in the animal kingdom, seals can freeze things with their spit. Because fuck you. Right. We...
Oh.
I love that guy.
Got one mad.
Alright, I guess, yeah.
Well, they are using both of them in this one stage, so... both colors, so I guess maybe there's a difference? I think the red ones may move a little faster.
So I forgot this, pink lockjaw thing actually shows up again. These guys just having a good time.
They managed to put those guys on an awfully lot of different ropes.
Yeah. Oops. Beast.
Yeah, just kind of jumping challenge. Sometimes when you're a platformer, you just gotta make them platform.
Yeah. It's like there's not really any new mechanics introduced in this stage, but it still feels fresh. Because they haven't really used these items this way before.
Yeah. Later, losers.
I think the difference between like the green and the yellow cutlass guys is I think the green ones will just like get up instantly sometimes instead of being stuck in the ground whenever they swing.
The best coin? What?
Yeah.
There's a banana. Obviously, that means you should jump into the wall to the right.
I do remember that also being one of the last DK coins I found.
I like how the chains are kind of not important there.
Yeah.
Watch out, the bees are in pairs.
We're at Wall of Death. I do like how instead of just moving by default, they actually wait for you. Just so, to prevent having to wait for them and you don't move there fast enough.
I mean, they would be like way the hell off screen too. That would be even worse.
Yeah, yeah.
You go halfway down the shaft and be like, oh, now I need to get back up. Oh shit.
Just a lot of really good game design choices. Very conscious of not making mistakes.
That ditty, that funky is just kind of floating in midair in the right, not connected to anything.
Yeah. So we got ourselves another. Actually,
I believe this is like their big every animal level. I think.
Oh no, there's actually one more. Although this one, yeah, this one has like 3 of them. So that is a bright-ass green.
Yeah.
If you fail this one, your entire screen is just going to be just this horrible shade of green.
Now my eyes are radioactive. That can't be good.
know how,
Yeah,
how obvious it is that the slime or whatever is like actually rising.
yeah, not when you're doing this good. Oh, well,
There
there.
it is.
That'll make it obvious. Pretty sure it rubber bands a little bit at certain places.
Ah, maybe. I remember it being pretty damn fast.
Yeah, I guess this level only uses the vertically oriented animals.
Yeah.
Also, Engard does not swim in toxic waste. Just a cool-ass snake in the background vomiting fire.
Oh, yeah. 3. And then Squitter. Is there something there? Oh, okay. Rambles. Whatever.
When you want your bonus to not let you touch any wall,
Yeah.
suddenly there are brambles. Just like in Donkey Kong Country, whenever you look up the sky, there's just floating brambles around everything.
Oh god, okay. Skip pretty much that entire segment. Bye. Hi, DK. So
Oh yeah, the stage. They're just like, here, have a coin.
that counted as a boss.
That counted as a stage. I think in the remake they actually made up a boss
I
for
remember
this
hearing
thing,
about that.
and it looked really.
Do you know what it was?
It was some like it's basically you're on top of like a little castle parapet, and it was like in the background throwing shit at you, and it looked pretty janky 3D.
Oh yeah, these guys now, if they, they grab you, they're just gonna, oof, chunk you right
Almost
up into those brambles. So this, I believe, is the last stage proper, aside from the Lost World stage.
Yeah.
And there's a gimmick coming, but of course also bonus stages.
Uh-oh, there's the mean parrot. He knew you would be up for a race up here.
He doesn't squawk, he screeches. And also he apparently sprints. Also, yeah, you gotta go get some secrets while also racing. More correctly, if he reaches the finish line first, you just die.
Yeah.
It's like on the spot.
Oh, whoa! Oh!
So the finish line is just bananas. Guess we can do this first.
I think there's actually a coin on this guy, so you have to.
Oh, right, yeah. Forget all the bosses have them, too. So yeah, this guy doesn't remember how to use his feet anymore.
Yeah.
That's alright, because he has a cool sliding technique. And a big-ass blunderbuss.
The rocket blunderbuss. When am I going to get that in my next FPS?
He has very loud eyelids. So there's our neutral B.
Yep.
Although whenever he gets the cannonball thrown back at him, he doesn't fucking explode anymore.
Besides, that was a bit of a weakness.
I won't see it, but I remember, like, if you get sucked in, he doesn't just, like, hurt you on contact, he actually has an animation where he just, like, weapon butts you off the screen.
Certainly nastier with this boss.
Yeah. Also, random SNES controller in the background.
They make noise to indicate why they are doing this.
Yeah. I guess it would have been weird if they made no noise, I don't know. Don't know what DK coming down really is supposed to represent. Just, oh, you almost got him. Oh, no, you didn't.
Maybe kind of another fake out, but a lot more,
Yeah.
Also, now I can become invisible.
Kind of think, but that wouldn't be the last time he does that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he has different weird projectiles here. The first one freezes. This one, I think, reverses your controls.
I think that's the purple one.
Okay.
What the hell the red one does?
I think it slows you down, I think. Like, you just move in slow motion. Yeah, because this is the...
That one's pretty hard to get over.
Yeah, I remember getting
Also, if God forbid you lost a Dixie by this point.
Yeah, it's of course, your controls are reversed, so you have to pull away from them, but in the opposite direction if you got hit by the projectile, so... My head came back.
Fatality!
Yeah.
It's fucking Mortal Kombat's that guy.
Well,
and yeah, that's the keep fatality.
So yeah, there's the Killer Instinct machine on the right. There's Chief Thunder there in the middle. There's Winky. And...
Taz stuffed into... That's what happened to him. Oh yeah, he has 2 canes in this game.
Oh yeah. Also, he beheaded one of the Kremlings and, like, made a trophy out of him up there on the top.
A $3 trophy.
Yeah, $3.
Game Hero coins.
Alright. This screen.
Reminder that Yoshi was built like a horse.
Kind of sad we don't see the Link sprite that goes for third place. Where he's like, I don't know, it's just very weird looking.
He says press the top, left, and right buttons instead of saying press L and R.
Oh yeah.
Weird. Also, the Earthworm Jim no-hoper thing is kind of weird.
Well, that's because, do you know about that? Like,
No.
apparently the devs of Earthworm Jim thought that their game didn't do as well because, like, Donkey Kong Country was a thing. Like, they basically blamed their bad luck on Donkey Kong Country. So I think that was just them being like, okay, yeah. Y'all suck. Also, this fucking music.
He's an enemy.
Sure. Oh yeah. And then this guy. Ah. It's like the one guy gets an animation, I think.
A kaboing.
Kaboing. Forgot that.
Is Gim.
No,
Oh, they're
yeah.
clampons.
That's what I thought. For some reason, they're different, even though they're very clearly just claptraps.
I like how that guy has, like, big hoop earrings. On a crocodile.
Well, the name like that, you're born for one thing.
He's a skeleton, but also a ghost.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's something. Get that damn bird. This one's the king.
This is how I get around.
I love he always looks at the camera.
Yeah, have fun figuring out a walk cycle for a spider.
And Clapper gets higher billing than Squawks. Don't spell it that way.
Swanky looks at his hand. Funky just floats.
Yeah, Funky's floating in this game. Why not? forgot about that. Wow. Guess we got the whole credits to go through.
Keith or Sutherland with the C. Treasure, it's floating up here.
It's on the island, I guess. Is DK the treasure?
DK is the treasure that was inside us all along.
Nash. What is A. Smith?
Graphics manipulation. Additional graphics manipulation.
Thank you, Mr. Wise. G. Hood.
Anna Williams.
Nintendo Power, thanks.
L. Loveday spent all day coming up with that story.
DK, gone. Thanks, Mr. Lincoln. Thanks to us for developing this game. It's weird, like, they're very consistently just, like, first initial, last name.
Yeah. Not sure why. Like, I don't know any other games that did something like that.
No. Where's the question mark? You know you wanted to.
Wow, we got 9 whole % to go.
Yeah, that's actually a lot.
Well, it's in there in the name. Animal Antics.
Right out the gate, too. So this is definitely the ultimate level, just because of, length. It's like I said that about Webwoods, this one is just long.
Yeah. They're not pulling any punches here. They know you beat the entire rest of the game.
Yeah. I feel like they could have possibly coded, like, multiple checkpoints in one stage, but they just decided not to.
It's like, fuck it. Fuck you.
Yeah, when things explode into spikes, they have jingles. It's an interesting choice.
No, if they had done the Webb's Woods trick on this level.
Oh god. So you think, like, oh yeah, the halfway point, that didn't seem all that bad. That was like maybe a quarter of the level.
Quarter waypoint?
Yeah. That's admit, I was like, man, it's been quite a while since we started watching this video, but this wasn't the fucking 4-hour version that I saw as like the first result.
Where did the extra 2 hours come from?
I don't know. Just not played as efficiently, I guess. And or probably just a lot of death.
Just fucking up in general?
I guess.
This is my, let's play.
Blind playthrough. I like how you have to switch back for what I think is like a second. Oh, I know there's like a little bit.
We end up in the brambles again.
Of course. And if you recognize those leaves, yeah.
Things are about to get real.
Also, sometimes those webs are hard to see. But now we have this. Spikes everywhere. I can't imagine doing that without getting it at least once. And then, it's not over.
We still have more animals.
Which this part isn't, like, terribly hard, but if you're me, you're, like,
This
super
is the
tense.
Yeah. We can bounce on the bees that are spiky, but we can't bounce on those really big spikes.
Yeah.
Just one final time to get hit there.
I'm sure that seemed, like, not very bad to someone who's never played it before.
Ah!
So I'm actually not as familiar with this form of the fight, but...
I think it's actually kind of short.
Yeah, but it's just like one really long phase, essentially. Also, I think he exclusively shoots out the purple ones here because, you know, those are the ones that really fuck you up, especially something like this.
I mean, the ice would be worse in this particular instance, but...
Yeah, fair enough.
That would just be like, here's a guaranteed hit.
Yeah. Might as well just been a spike to begin with.
I really packed my gun full of shit.
That's quite a magazine that musket has.
Well, he's in Last Stand, that's why.
Ah, okay.
He's in Swan Song right there. That's why he only takes one hit. But he doesn't have to reload. I just threw a guy into a giant laser thing. Yay! Juggles.
I guess this game also has a skybeam in it. I don't know what the fuck it's doing, but... Oh, by the way.
You did it.
Good old Donkey, the guy who spent the entire game bound up. This is a hell of a screen.
Yeah.
That was a fun adventure. I guess it doesn't have an ending.
Yeah.
That game's great. I don't think I mentioned that before.
Never mentioned it.